Hey folks, Quill18 here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 2 as Japan. When we left things off, we had conquered a good part of Korea, but not all of it. Still, we got the really important short-term parts, the ones with the coal and the iron, for example. Very, very, very valuable. After some discussion in the comments, I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is build my forts just along here in Pyongyang and Hamhung, however you say that. Just to minimize the amount of forts and troops I'm going to need. Plus, it does open up actually some kind of interesting counterattack potentials and things like that. I don't know, it just seems like a good choke point. Although, you know what I'm realizing? We could just build them in Chonchon and Kimchak. That would also just cover the two. It would only leave one vulnerable. Actually, that's really what I'd rather do. Yeah, seems fine. But we can't actually build forts here. Why? Oh, we don't have any money. Right, we're broke. Alright, so what we have to do is we have to stand down a bunch of our army just to cut back on the money that we are spending. Actually, we need to stand down some of these irregulars as well. Because we really don't need them. They are pretty cheap to maintain. Thought I'd gotten rid of all these at some point, but clearly not. We also have to look at our combined arms right now. Our structure is a little unoptimal just because of the, there should be, is there a way to find out what the optimal bonus is? I'm not sure. But what we want is we want some cavalry, some artillery, probably some engineers. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move these guys up here, and that's going to be the nice defense against the potential for a Russian invasion, because I have seen them come in through there before. Our ships we can mostly pull back here, and then we can probably end up just disbanding a lot of the forces currently in Korea. Well, some are going to stay, obviously. So that's good. Also, I think some ships... Yeah, a handful of commerce raiders here we're going to keep docked. Maybe a few more, actually, we're going to dock in Borneo. It's going to be pretty handy. And let me advance time a little slower. Now, I'm hoping we can crack into the Great Power permanently and properly at this point. I think once we lock in some of our industry, I think it's going to kick in more. There we go. We got another bonus research points, which is going to be very good. We can get analytical philosophy for a plus 100 bonus, which seems like worthwhile getting. Again, we need a lot of techs, but I may as well grab that. The next one won't unlock until 1880. So we have 7 years before this one even becomes a possibility. But I think this might be the last one we get for a while, and then we start backfilling like crazy. I actually would like more prestige. How long is this going to take? 2 years, because we could pick up some easy prestige. And there's a lot of value there. I'm talking about wanting to become a great power, right? Well, prestige is an important part of that. So let's go, and we're going to take all these guys, put them there, except for the stack of 24, which we're going to leave here. That's pretty important. And down here, I can probably disband... That's too many cannons in one group. Tell you what, I will break this apart like this. So my infantry group will come here, my cannon group will come here, or rather, I'll leave them here. Two smaller armies down below. It may be a little redundant, but I don't know, it's going to make me feel pretty good. Alright, now my ships, let's combine, and then split. So I'm going to grab, I don't know how many, 6? Could even do 10 commerce raiders and just park them down there. Kind of like that idea. 3, 4, 5, 8. That way I've got an attack fleet somewhere down here just to wreak havoc. I'm not sure that it's going to be big enough to hold off some of the great powers. It might be, it might not be. We'll see. But I'm going to park them in Brunei, which does have a fort, which is, or not a fort, but a naval base. In fact, we may want forts over here. I'm not sure. Why do I have 2 groups? I do want to keep some here. Let's put them in Medan. And that's probably too many. Well, Although I say that, look at the army that's sitting here. Well, that being said, like this group literally can't do anything. What can they possibly do if France decides to attack? Or sorry, the Netherlands decides to attack us? Not much. I need to keep some people here for suppression. Why are these guys red? Strange. Is it where they're from? Some Bali infantry? Can't get their can't get their pop from here. Oh, they can't actually support. All right, let's break them off, and we're just going to disband those two. And thank you, freaking TweetDeck, for popping up some things. Let me close that real quick. Sorry about that noise. And yeah, we're just, it is this group, huh? We'll just disband this guy. This is going to be enough for rebel suppression, and 15 wouldn't help to actually take that down anyway. So now we're raking in the money pretty good. We need to repair a loan. We want to do that as early as possible just to take out the actual interest being accumulated here. So that's almost paid off, which is going to be fine. That's pretty good. So over here, these guys are moving. Good, good, good. Lots of ships. Hopefully there's going to be enough troops left on the mainland. I'm not 100% sure about that. But, well, we can respond pretty quickly to an invasion. Again. We're slightly out of support? Really? Is that what that means? I actually don't know, but I'm going to assume that that's a bad thing, so I'm going to disband these guys as well. I think they may not have enough military units in those provinces to support this anymore. And you join. You're okay. You're okay. And I think we have too many artillery there, but it's not gonna, actually we've got kind of just too much artillery everywhere. Alright, so that's good against China. We need to burn off our bad boy, which was right at the limit. At some point there will be more war. Oh, I got another little group over here. You can join up there. Alright. At some point, we're probably going to tangle with China. We may even tangle with Russia. I don't know. We may mop things up in Korea. I suspect, even though their RGOs weren't quite as notable over here, although I think timber plays a pretty good role later on. I think this is probably the higher population. No, pretty even. All right. Okay, we can repay the rest of our loan. Thump. All right, now let's double check our taxes. People are, well, their life needs are pretty hard. Yeah, we're taxing the poor pretty harshly. Let's see about bringing this down. Kind of universally. Ooh, more colonial prestige. And diplomatic points, which we actually could spend a little. Life needs. No luxury needs, although that's probably mostly in part of just limited markets. Still, alright, that's going well. Getting the analytical philosophy, extra money, saving up, but that's alright. We can start to spend. What was I talking about doing? Well, up here, these blue tiles, I can build a bunch of railroads, which seems pretty good. Railroads are stupendously good. So let's spend as much money as we can getting those going. Oh, we've run out of money. We'll have to wait. Might want to boost taxes a little bit again. No, we'll just wait for it to replenish. So yeah, if we finish that off. So anywhere yellow, it's at its max. Red can't build anything. Blue could support more. Okay, house rearranged. Manifest destiny, more morale, less war exhaustion. Well, that, that would have been good during the actual war, but, we'll take what we can get. I don't think we can build any... Oh, we can! Over here and here. Yeah, we're going to want to do that at some point. I think Korea is going to be the priority. We will want a bigger, stronger navy, and we may want to continue to build it now. UK, we're going to keep increasing relations with you. We're pretty good, actually. I'm not going to continue to do it with Russia. I'm not as worried about them doing something random at this point. I think we'll be okay. I guess the US. We're pretty high. I'm not sure about anything else, you know? We might want to do France. I'm not sure. Or we're going to want to start increasing relation with people that we're going to want to sphere as soon as we can pop up just a little bit. Again, if we had prestige, we would soar into great power status now, and maybe we almost should right now. But I don't know. I think analytical philosophy is going to be good for us. That's a pretty big boost in research. We don't have a lot of militancy, I don't think, so just stockpile the fish, and then we can ship it off and sell it. Yeah, make some good money that way. Military costs are pretty high. And since we're at peace, actually, let's take this down. And also our military spending, we're going to bring down to about 35% right now. There we go. Hopefully no one declares on us. But we are pretty strong militaristically right now. We're top 10 in the world. We do have the potential to bring a lot more online too, so here's hoping. Oh right, I have to build those forts. That's probably a higher priority than... I don't have enough money. Or small arms and things like that, but I think that'll be okay once I've got the money. Or enough money for all those things. There we go, fort. Fort number 1 started. And we'll get number 2 started as soon as we've got some cash again. Population is growing. Oh, I probably need to change some of my foci. That is silly. Like, I've got a factory here without enough employees. And more than enough here. Let's clear all my foci so I know where to take it away from. And then we'll go and reset them. I think I might have some more somewhere. Bureaucrats, right. Okay, they can keep doing that. So now, production-wise, so you need some more craftsmen. Not a ton, but definitely some. You are good for now. You've actually got unemployment right now, but more factories coming in. Same here. Could you use more clerks? You could, actually. So let's go and do that. Some clerks. And over here, probably more clerks as well. Not much. And we've got way too many craftsmen here because I let that go overboard. And here we're definitely good. Yeah, I guess it's not bad as is. And there we've already got it. I suppose what we could do is encourage some more bureaucrats somewhere. Like here, where we're probably not doing it. We've already got some, but a few more. And then we can take that away soon. Alright. Unpause. I think I still need to start that second fort. Indeed I do, as soon as I've got some cash. Culture is mostly Korean over there, very conservative. So there could be some rebellions and things. It's a pretty big army there. I'm wondering about actually cutting back on the stockpile some more. Well, no, I don't think I'm feeling comfortable doing that. But we'll start that fort. Okay, good stuff. And then, yeah, I'll want some railroads down here. Railroads are really good. So, one, they help you move your troops around a lot faster, but they do give a huge production boost to RGOs and factories. So not building them would be very foolish. We're number 8 in industry. Yeah, it's the prestige is part of the problem. And actually, if we hit great power, we'd get more prestige faster. But the research boost is so good. Although, don't we get a research boost by being a great power as well? Maybe we do. Well, we've already committed here, so it's a little late for that. Right, money, so that goes into railroads. Good, and I think that, no, we've got railroads we could build down here. And I think it's worth doing in our colonies. Maybe not so much, maybe their production isn't worthwhile yet, but I feel like we're an imperial power, it's kind of, we should be doing this. We want to become an industrial powerhouse. Hopefully it encourages, once we get some capitalists here, which is admittedly quite far away. There we are. Chemotherapy, less attrition, alright. Some Russian ships moving around. Still making some good money. No tariffs, good. Do we need to max the education budget? Got a lot of clergymen. Need more clerks. I don't think administration helps with that. Efficiency's pretty high there. We actually have a little bit more money than we know what to do with. Not much point in lowering taxes though, because they're already pretty happy. I guess I don't have to, I might not want to cut my military spending quite so much, because it'll discourage soldiers or people from becoming soldiers, and we do want to have a pool of military that we can count on should things go poor. Okay. And mostly we're going to save up money for a future war, buying lots of troops, buying lots more ships, which I may wait until we get some more Navy techs. I'm not sure if it makes much of a difference, actually. Let me take a look. Well, we can unlock iron steamers and ironclads. Actually, that would be pretty good. All right, although, you know, I also want the prestige building things. We're not going to war yet. There's always the possibility of having to fight a defensive war, in which case we definitely want some ironclads for that. But I'm going to try to hopefully buy enough time. Again, our military scores dropped a little bit. But I don't see people being in a position of attacking us. I'm hoping. So if they hold off, and let's take a look at the US and see how that war is going. Did the CSA fall yet? No, still got a little bit. Yeah, hopefully no one attacks us, in which case we don't need ships, in which case we can build up the prestige, become a great power, and then go and pick up the Navy techs. We also want to pick up machine guns at some point. Okay, another election. Oh, which is a couple of techs away, because this would allow us to start colonizing some of these islands, and I want to colonize very badly. Hey, we might become a great power. Why? Someone just fell off the radar. The Ottomans. Ah, the sick man of Europe. We have so much money. Hopefully it's going to go into our national bank as well. Yeah, it's going to build up over time as other people start investing in it and things. And then we can give out loans, and maybe we'll get some casus belli based on people not repaying their loans, which would be interesting. Some industrial subsidies, but not much. Hopefully the industries are generally doing okay. Some negatives around, but not too many. Yeah, I can probably shift some of these. I've got clerks going on, but we actually need... well, we could use a few more clerks, but we're going to have to switch over to craftsmen very soon. There we go. There's our research for there, and we will pick up at least a couple of... So these are almost entirely spent, but I think realism has quite a bit left if we're one of the first people to pick these techs up. Yeah, so let's go and pick that up. See if we can get a little bit more prestige, lock in our great power status. Okay, some shared prestige. It'll help. Just keep us at the 8 point. We'll become that great power, hopefully maintain it. And then we'll have to make a decision as to whether we want to immediately build up our navy. But I'm really thinking that... What do we have over here? Bonin, you need a naval base. What the hell, man? That would definitely expand our colonial range. Can we get a map for that? Colonial map mode. Yes and no, huh? I mean, now we can mouse over and get information. Some of the life ratings are really low. But see, this one, right now we have a minimum life rating of 20, and this has a 10. But if we picked up machine guns, then it drops it by 10%. So we could colonize everything. And like, these are not colonized right now. If we go to political map mode, there's tons of empty areas. And these, see, they need 15s, they need 10s. If we can pick up machine guns, we can grab all these islands super duper fast. And we've got to worry because some of the other nations might be going for that. I kind of like the idea of becoming a colonial powerhouse. Definitely want romanticism. I'll probably pick up realism as well, just because there's so many good unshared prestige points there just to take advantage of, because staying great power has a lot of value, because then we can start unspheering Hawaii so that we can eventually take it over and build a naval base there, which will be amazingly good. Now, with this money, I could build more factories. Oh yeah, I should double check my... Yeah, I've got way too many craftsmen here. Let me just remove focus. Probably use more clerks. Not much. And here we need... Yeah. Oh no, we're already encouraging that. And here... Okay, that's perfect actually. If we got some clerks over here, that would fit that very, very well. It's fine. It could use more clerks, but it's not the end of the world. And here we actually need just more people in general. A handful of clerks would actually serve them best short term. Let's no longer encourage bureaucrats in Brunei. At least for now. Lots of factories coming on board, including being a lot built by capitalists, which makes me very, very happy. Budget, we're just rocking the money. We got lots of money. Not tons going to the National Bank. I still think that they may be getting hit a little bit. We can probably take this down a little bit more. See if that helps them with their needs. If I drop this all the way down, does it open up anything new? Well, more people getting their everyday needs, as opposed to just their life needs. So there's some value there. And again, I want the rich to have a lot of money because I want them to open more factories for me. They're the job creators, right? Oh, now we're losing, winning, losing, winning. Go a little bit back and forth. We're going to lock in romanticism pretty quickly. And we are not officially a great power yet. We just have to wait until the end of the month, probably. Just a few more days. Okay, romanticism's about to lock in. Boom, plus 5% prestige gain going forward. And we'll also do realism. Like, if we'd picked this up before we did all our wars, we would have gotten a lot more prestige from the wars themselves. So less than a year, only about 6 months before we finish realism. And that'll be awesome, because it sets us up for a lot of inventions. Why are we still a secondary power? Is it not a month? Is it a year? A little bit of shared prestige, not much. There we are! Yaha! Alright, hopefully that sticks this time. Japan land of the rising sun for many years since the black ships of the Gaijin, I think, first appeared on our shores. Our nation has been sailing in the wake of powers greater than and beyond our own. With our recent ascension to great power status, the tides of fortune have turned. From now on, let the winds repulse and break any foreign wave that dares wash over the sacred shores of the great power of Japan. Alright, so, this actually unlocked Valley of the Kings. In Egypt is a potentially endless source of new archaeological discoveries. By petitioning the Egyptian government for a monopoly to carry out excavations in Valley of the Kings, we can ensure that we make these fantastic discoveries rather than another great power. Really? This actually gives us more infamy? But we get an event. I don't know what this does. Well, that doesn't last very long. Well, 2 years of 0.01 infamy per what? Per month or per tick? Because right now... come on. Our infamy is dropping at 0.1. And this is 0.01. So we'd still be dropping at 0.09 per tick. I think it's per month. Yeah, month. And arguably this might unlock some really interesting things. Who seize the means of production, perform nationalization. Seize all assets owned by outsiders to be cared for in the state. I don't know what this implies. I mean, I know what it implies. If the United States had invested in our country by building factories, this way we'll take them over personally. We may do that. I kind of feel like doing this, though. It's kind of cool. I think it fits into our theme of wanting to become a true imperial power. It actually kind of sucks because we want to burn off our infamy really, really, really bad. But it fits into our role-playing so very well. I want this. Plus, it sounds cool. Boop. The government of Egypt has granted us the exclusive right to excavate and investigate ancient ruins in the Valley of the Kings. The potential discoveries there will prove an enormous opportunity for us to increase our scientific renown in the world. Excellent. Yeah, there we go. Big prestige. Big bonus relations with Egypt. Huge prestige bonus. So we get constant prestige regularly, plus we just get a huge prestige boost right now. Oh, that is actually really, really, really worthwhile. Woo! Geneva Convention. A little international pressure. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Okay, so we are great power, so now we can exert influence. So what we want to do is we want to find Hawaii. Hawaii, which is not in a sphere. Oh, that's good. So what we want to do is we're going to make this our top priority for influence. We could spend some extra stuff. Our relations are poor, which is actually going to hurt our rate. So we'll, and someone else is like really good. So it's going to suck fighting against the United States, but the United States is probably spreading its influence all over. We are going to be maxing that out. We're going to improve our relations so we don't take as much of a penalty, and we will come back to this momentarily. And look how much our income just boosted up hugely because we have access to much more international trade. And now there's much easier for these guys to get their goods. It's a huge, important deal to go up in prestige, to go up in rank is just so incredibly valuable. The higher up you go, the easier it is to stay that way. A rally has been organized in one of our states by members of the Japanese Chartist Club. I don't know what that is. Calling for the extension of the voting privileges to a broader strata of the voting publicum. Publicum? While calm and relatively orderly on the surface, the rally might get out of hand at any time. Police are standing by, ready to intervene, and some among them even seem eager to. I can let them hold their rally. They'll become slightly more liberal, gain a little bit of militancy and consciousness. Or I can let the boys in blue have their way with these fermenters of revolution. Lose 1% population and 4 militancy? Well, clearly we're going to go there. I don't mind becoming more liberal over time. That's going to be perfectly fine. Again, liberal in this context is the idea of wanting reform and wanting the more freedoms, and being liberal includes going to a kind of a laissez-faire government. Laissez-faire. We're making tons of money. We may want to switch governments at some point so that we can actually even lower taxes some more, but forget. They're even getting some of their luxury needs, and they're just going to get better and better as we expand our stuff. All right, increase relations. Good. Now it's positive. So now we should. There we go. Plus 1% instead of minus 2%. We are discredited. Oh, the United States is doing like games against us to make it harder for us to discredited. To make it hard or impossible for us to gain influence over here. Those bastards. Still, they have to spend some of their own opinion or some of their own influence points to do that. So we're going to keep hammering away at them. Hawaii is just way too important to our goals. In fact, this might be a good time to stop this particular segment. So, and you know, again, get a bit of a sanity check from people. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to hammer away at Hawaii for influence, but we are going to, as soon as we're done realism, which will be done, right, April 76, we are going to go and maybe go for machine gun for the life rating thing. It does mean our Navy is going to be stuck without steam, iron steamers, but I mean, our military power isn't terrible. It's not great. Okay, it would be nice to get some actual improved steamers and ships. Our Navy is going to be important, but getting this and colonizing all these islands? I don't know about the priority there. It's kind of, it's taking a risk, right? The early expansion without a Navy to really back it up is a huge risk, but if we get beaten to these, I'm going to be really upset. So, yeah, this... What am I selecting over here? That's weird. I'm selecting armies that are in Kuala Lumpur. Oh! Oh, I didn't know I could select. No? I don't know. Am I selecting the world map? That is really bizarre. Anyway, yeah, let's end this video, and things are going good. Great power, Japan! Go us! And well ahead of schedule. I mean, historically speaking, Japan at this point has not conquered Korea. Not that we finished the job. We've got to, you know, we're going to have to come back and clean that up at some point. Just to say, you know, I don't think has expanded down here. I think there's... I got to re-hit my history book. I'm pretty sure there's another spot that Japan may have taken over. Maybe not at this point, but soon? Parts of Taiwan? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to want to double check that. Not that we're playing it for a historically accurate game, obviously. We want to do better than history. But those are still helpful little sub-goals to check out. I wonder if I should, if I need a fort over here as well. I don't know. This is going to be good enough. All right. For sure, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.